when you advertise, you're going to put ads or posts on the internet to what is basically referred to as a cold audience. And the idea is to get them to warm up and then ultimately to be what's considered a lead, a hot lead, and then that they will in fact buy your product, right? That's the process. And so now these are the minimum numbers that you should expect to see with any campaign. And that is that if 20,000 people see an ad or a post, certainly no less than 1,000 people should click on that ad. You want at least 1,000 people out of 20,000 to click and see what it's about. If they're not, then you need a better ad. And then out of that 1,000 people, about 50, no less than 50, should be saying, yes, I want to know more. I want to quote. And then out of 50, you should be able to get at least 10 people that spend money, right? So these are the minimums, right? So this is sort of how you judge a campaign, because if it's not doing this, something's wrong with the campaign, right? You should be able to do better than this, but if it's not doing at least this, you need to fix something. That the message is wrong, the picture is wrong. So like you need to be doing a little bit of organic, but it will never organic posting, just like posting something on Facebook, posting something on Twitter. It's a very hard way to get business. Yes. And so, for example, let's just say like on Moss Media, we have over 10,000 subscribers. Well, if I post something on my Facebook Moss Media page, Facebook is only going to let 300 of those 10,000 people see what I post because I didn't pay. Used to be when we first started, if I posted something, everybody would see it. Not anymore. So that's the problem with organic. On Twitter, there aren't as many people, but even so, only about 34% of the people who have a Twitter account actually go and look. So out of there's about 500 million people on Twitter, but only about 340 million or less than that. What am I saying? About 150 to 160 million people actually turn it on every day and go and look at their Twitter feed. And of those that do, they're only there for about 3 minutes. So that's tough. Like to get seen, like to reach people on Twitter, it can be very difficult. The good news is if you do paid advertising, which is what we suggest, you can create audiences that are very specific to your business on Facebook. And this is what we do for people. And in fact, what you do is you create test audiences. So maybe is it students? Is it older people? Is it wealthy people? But you create 2 or 3 different audiences on Facebook, and then you show them all basically the same ad and find out which audience is responding. So the secret with a good ad campaign is that you don't just put one ad up, you put 2 or 3 ads up at least every month, and you see who clicks on them, and you pay no more than like $2 a day to get this going, because you don't know and I don't know what people are going to like. Is it the little illustrations from your website? Is it pictures of real people? Is it do pictures of women work better than pictures of men? Do pictures of food work better? You test all of these things at the lowest possible price, and you wait to see which things people click on, and then And the ads that people click on, those are the ads that work, right? So rather than guess, we create a series of test ads. We post them on Facebook at the lowest possible cost, like $2 a day, and we wait and we watch. And the ones that get the clicks, we got winners. And the ones that don't get clicks, we turn off. And so, frankly, you do this forever. You constantly trying to improve your ads, because if they're getting you business, then you can afford to be spending money there. The problem with doing all of this is that if someone subscribes to your Facebook page or your Twitter channel or Instagram, all of the people who are subscribers to your Facebook page, Facebook owns that list, right? They're holding the list. It's on their platform. And so one of the things we like to do, and there's a little tool we have for this, is when somebody clicks and says, yes, I want to know more, we capture that information and we save it in an email list that you get to keep forever. Okay. So that, because you don't want to just depend on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, because as long as it's free, they get to keep it. And so if something happens to your Facebook account, they can take it away, or something happens to Facebook. What then, right? That list disappears when your account disappears. So That's basically our method, is to test some ads, to capture the information we get from those ads and send it to what's called an email autoresponder, like MailChimp or Aweber, but a place where the list is yours. And then you get to send people messages without needing Facebook anymore. So you get to keep all of those names and you grow that list every day. And you remind people of, oh, well, we know we're still here, and saying, come visit the website, try us out, get a quote, book the service, so that they're reminded, because of course, people forget very quickly. So unless you're doing something to remind them that you're there, so you're advertising, but you're also emailing. You're not just posting on Facebook and hoping somebody sees it. No, you are posting very specifically. And what you can do in a Facebook ad campaign, you could pick just Halifax or just Dartmouth or all of HRM, people between 25 and 65 who, they like restaurants or they like a particular brand of tequila. You can choose those kinds of things and then see if those people actually respond to the ad. And so what you do is you create 2 or 3 different audiences, say young people, middle-aged people, old people, some in Halifax, some in Dartmouth, and you test and see which audience actually responds to your business and responds to your ads and your message, and you refine that. So it's a process of refinement over time so that your ads are the most effective they can be at the lowest possible cost. So that's how we do it. This is what it looks like. So up here, we've got social media marketing, traditional social media marketing, and you would send people to the OnDoor website. They would subscribe, which puts them on a mailing list. And then you would follow up with additional emails to say, if you're going to offer a coupon or just a reminder that we're here and we've got extra vehicles working this weekend and we've got some free time, whatever, but that you're messaging people and you're sending them to a landing page, a special page on your website, which is just the quote button. There's nothing else to choose from. It's give me a quote. You can also do another page where 10% off your second delivery or coupon or something you might want to do. But then, of course, they become prospects, they book a call, and now you've got new clients. The other thing to do is to actually advertise. They fill in a subscription form. And again, that information is sent to your mailing list, but they are also sent to the landing page where they've only got one choice, and that's to get a quote. So I'll show you what that looks like. It's a little complicated inside Facebook because you have your personal account. And inside a personal account, you have to have a business page and then an ad manager, an ad campaign, an audience, and finally the ad, right? So that they're all inside each other. Does that make sense? I know I'm kind of going fast here, but in order to run ads, they need to be inside an ad set, inside a campaign, inside your business manager. Now, we set all of that stuff up for you. When you're running ads and people are clicking on them, we're taking the data from Facebook. We're taking people's names and email addresses and sending them to an email autoresponder, like Gmail or Aweber, so that you can continue to message and stay in touch with those people to tell them about your business and get new customers and build a list. So it looks like this. Inside Facebook, this is actually what it looks like here in Facebook. We create a message like this one I've done here. It says, make videos without appearing on camera, a 6-step video guide, download this easy guide right now. And so that's what the ad would look like. And so, but we build ads inside Facebook. So here's what it looks like. This is an older campaign that I did last year. So we have a Facebook ad. And when somebody clicks on this ad, they are sent to a Facebook form that looks just like the ad. This is the secret. And so all they have to do is say yes. They don't have to type anything. It fills in the form with the name and email address that they use on Facebook. And then it fills in the name and email address. And then it says that this information is going to be sent to OnDoor and that they agree. And then they get a thank you page that says, now, normally you try to give somebody something, some kind of a coupon or special offer. I don't know what. I mean, if you can't do that, that's okay. But generally, you're trying to entice them with some kind of a gift to try your service, right? That gets a better response than not giving a gift. If nothing else, it's, to learn more about OnDoor. So you can do this without a gift, but as I say, it's better if you can offer a gift. So it looks like this. You see, this is an ad that says, make videos without appearing on camera. Download the 6-step marketing guide. When they click the download button, they're taken to, this is still a page on Facebook. This is a form that is still on Facebook. So they haven't left Facebook. And it says, 6-step guide, read and learn how, next. When they click next, Facebook will fill in their name and email address. They don't have to type anything. So all they're doing is clicking, which makes it very easy for people to say yes, yes, yes. So they don't have to type anything. They get this disclaimer, which is just basically states that your information is going to go to Ondor, and then they get a thank you page. So when they've done that, we set up a link from this thank you page to a special what we call a landing page on your website. Now, whoever built your website can do this for you. We can do it for you if you want us, but I assume you've got somebody who built your site. We make sure that the landing page on your website looks exactly like the ad. So they don't go, whoa, where am I now? Right? They don't feel like where did you just send me? You want the graphics, the imagery to be exactly the same. That just gives people an assurance that everything's okay. And on your website, it would be something like learn more. So it might look something like this. Here's an example of an ad, right? Ondor provides same-day, high-quality service, grocery shopping delivery, anytime or anything you want, we deliver. Forgot something? Learn more, right? Done for you shopping. I just made this up the other day. When they click the learn more button, they would be taken through that little sequence where they fill in the form. So you get their email address and their name, but they would land on a page on your website that looks just like the ad, right? That way they feel like everything's okay. And it would just say, get a quote today. And now they could actually submit a request directly to you for a quote. Now we could put the quote information right on Facebook. We could try that and see if it works. It might not. You don't know until you try these things. What we suggest though, is that you have at least, 3 new ads every month, and you put them in competition against each other. So for example, these look very much the same, but the picture is different because we don't know, and you don't know, nobody knows. Does this picture have more appeal than this picture? Maybe it should just be a picture of a real person, a pretty girl with groceries and her phone. That might work better than the cartoon. We don't know. But at $2 a day, we find out, right? So we put 2 or 3 ads out there every hour. It's like Facebook is showing everybody a different ad every time they click. And when someone clicks, then you know that the guy with the groceries worked better than the guy with the phone. So you're doing this at the lowest possible cost until you find out which ads actually work. Because then you know what you can do to improve your website, what you can do on Twitter, what you can do on LinkedIn. But this is how you actually find out what works. You don't guess. Your customers tell you what they like. And so this is what we call the Econo campaign. And so what you do is you set up 3 different audiences and you show each audience the same 2 or 3, like 3 different, slightly different ads. And you find out which audience likes which ad. And you do this at the lowest possible cost so that you're not guessing. We go back inside the campaign. We can see which ones people are clicking on and which ones aren't. You turn off the ones that don't work and you spend more money on the ones that do, because they're obviously taking people to your website. Then you know you've got a campaign that actually works. And so generally we set it up, run 3 ads at $2 a day. So I would suggest that you spend about $10 a day. So you've got at least 3 sets of 3. After about 10 to 14 days, you know which ones are working and which ones aren't. I mean, we watch it every day and we pick the good ones and we would show you. So that's our system. That's how we do what we do.